You've walked past him 100 times, but what if the RuinManiac was actually the new champion of Hoenn? In Hoenn, we have a wide variety of ground-type Pokémon, yet, strangely, there's no gym leader, elite four member, or champion who represents them. Instead, the developers include an Ice-type elite four member, even though the Hoenn Pokédex has only 2 known legendary Ice types, and that's if we don't count Cast Forms, Temporary Ice Form, or the legendary Pokémon Regice. Meanwhile, the Hoenn region gives us access to a massive desert on Route 111. Once we defeat Flannery and earn the 4th gym badge, we can enter the area using the Go Googles. Here, we find not only ground types and fossils inside the mysterious Mirage Tower, but also the desert ruins where Regirock, the legendary Pokémon, sleeps. And right there, in the middle of it all, is the most overlooked clue, a trainer class introduced in this generation that specializes in ground-type Pokémons. I'm talking about the RuinManiac. This trainer class isn't defined by strength or ambition, it's defined by obsession. Obsession with ruins, with the past, with things buried beneath the surface, both literally and symbolically. Also, you don't just find them anywhere, they appear in places surrounded by mystery. The crumbling hallways of the abandoned ship and on the remote routes connected to the Regis. But the RuinManiac presence isn't limited to just deserts and caves. You can even find one inside the Battle Dome where he only uses a single Pokémon, Smeargle. Which is interesting cause Smeargle can only be caught in one place in the Hoenn region, the Artisan Cave. A cave that you can only access if you go to the Battle Frontier. Fun fact, in Pokemon Go, RuinManiac is the name of an achievement medal awarded for catching at least 10 ground-type Pokémons. In this video, I want to build a mono ground-type team for him as if he were the next champion of the region. And as always, the rules for this video are simple. First, we can only use Pokémon that has ground as a type, and second, we can evolve them even if the evolution comes in further generations. To open the fight, I want to use a Pokémon related to ancient civilizations, Claydol, which is a psychic ground type with good defenses but low speed. Claydol uses the ability Levitate that makes him immune to ground type attacks. The moveset is Sandstorm to set up the weather, which boosts the special defense of rock type Pokémon. Deals damage to Pokémon that are not ground, rock, or steel types, and activates some abilities that we're gonna see later. Trick Room, since this Pokémon is really slow, I gave him this move that allows the Pokémon that are slower to move first. Now we have 2 options. If we are at low HP, we can go for Explosion. That deals a huge amount of damage, but Claydol is gonna faint after that. But if we got a good amount of HP, we can choose Teleport to switch to another Pokémon. The object is a Smooth Rock to get more turns of the Sandstorm. Depending on the setup and our rival's Pokémon, we have a few options. If we got the Trick Room and there's no hazards, we can rely on Camaraba, a fire ground type that could be a good option against grass Pokémons, and the ability is Solid Rock that reduces the damage of super effective moves. The object is a Charcoal to boost the damage of fire type attacks. Camaraba have a decent special attack and physical attack, so pair with a Charcoal and Trick Room to move first. Because this Pokemon is really slow, we can go for a Stop Air option that is a fire type attack that deals damage based on HP. The other moves are Stop Earth Power, a ground type attack for coverage, Send Headbutt, a physical psychic type attack for coverage as well, and also to try to get flinches, and at last is Will-O-Wisp to burn our opponent, reducing their physical attack and dealing damage at the end of each turn. Another good option if we don't have the Trick Room on, but we change the weather with Claydol, is Sandslash, a pure ground type and is a Pokemon that this character usually includes in his team. With the ability Sand Rush that boosts the speed of the Pokemon when the Sandstorm is on. And the item is Heavy Duty Boots to avoid damage from hazards. The moveset consists in a Rapid Spin to remove hazards and get the speed boost, Stop Earthquake to deal damage, Knock Off, a dark type move to remove objects and also for coverage. And at last is Leech Life, a bug move for coverage against grass and helps to restore our HP. Next on the list is Flygon with the ability Levitate. This Pokemon has really good speed and attack stats. I decided to equip a Life Orb for more damage. The moveset is Stop Earthquake, U-turn, a bug move for coverage and to switch out while attacking. Fire Punch for coverage as well, and Stop Draco Meteor. The only attack on this moveset that deals damage on the special side, so the special attack drop won't affect other attacks in this list. If we got the Sandstorm on, another good option is Rhyperior with the ability Solid Rock, and thanks to his rock type he gets the boost on the special attack. Also, this Pokemon have a really good defense and attack stats. Paired with the Assault Vest to get even more special defense, this can be a defensive wall for our team. The moves are Stop Stone Edge that has a high critical hit ratio, Ice Punch for coverage, Stop Earthquake, and at last is Hammer Arm, a fighting type attack for coverage as well. His final Pokemon is the star that he got at the beginning of his journey, when he was young, Swampert, a water ground type Pokemon with the ability Torrent that boosts the damage of water type attacks when this Pokemon is at low HP. The object is a Rindo Berry to reduce the damage of grass type attacks. The moves are Stop Waterfall, a physical water type attack to deal damage and maybe get flinches, Stealth Rocks to put the hazards on the field, Poison Jab for coverage, and at last is Stop Earthquake. This is it guys, this is the video, thank you for watching. If you get onto this part of the video, leave a comment, give a like, share or whatever you wanna do, and I'll see you until the next one.